First minutes in Liverpool's first team and a mouth-watering experience for them, I'm sure.
Who began in their youth system, as did his dad, Andy. So too does 18-year-old Kieran Morrison, a star of their recent UEFA Youth League win over Frankfurt. Despite the other three, it is strong. Will Hughes comes in for Adam Wharton, Borna Sosa on the left in place of Tyrick Mitchell, Eddie Nketiah, who scored the 97th minute winner. So off we go. Liverpool were top of the Premier League with a 100% record when they last faced Palace a month ago. They're without a point since in the Premier League. With Gomez in there, there's a steadying head. They have got an experienced back line, Endo and Robertson and Gomez. Craig Paulson has given Liverpool the advantage, and Gamoa looks to try and use it. Up against Munoz. On the right, oh, it hasn't quite bent enough, but it did have a little bit of late swerve on it. Chances created from open play, even touches in the opposition box. Endo a little bowled over by Pino. He's the only one in the gloves on it's not too chilly a night for this time of year. Chelsea up now, Tariq George. Here's Gamoa. And Gamoa dancing one way, getting that right-footed space, now finding the space for Chiesa, who pops it all the way across, well guarded at the near post by Benitez. It's a lot of space here for Chiesa opened up. Yeah,
plenty of players in support, and Gamoa I thought was going to let fly once more, but I think it's the right decision to look for a team.
He also did well, scored in that under-21s Merseyside derby against Everton. Signed initially from Aberdeen 3 summers ago, unable to break through as yet. Approaching the half hour, here come Palace, approaching Liverpool territory. And Pino has found space, up against Gomez, who gets the block, but Yeremy Pino has it again. He's trying to find Will Hughes, who he does. And he's caught it sweetly.
Pino's best bit of involvement, maybe. It's a good pick out, this one, and Hughes on his left foot, always going to be confident.
Suggesting they might look at timings for long throws, given how long the ball is out of play in them at the moment, the same way that it's been brought in for goalkeepers. Pino with a lovely little touch to bring it down out of the sky and swivel away from Nioni. There's the cross into Sarr, and Woodman got his body in the way. Still there for Palace, who can pop it back in. Here's Sadaichi Kamara again. Convo. There's a real tussle here for Nketiah to get the ball, and get it he does. Laid back for the Japanese international. There's the header. But
yeah, it's a good move. Nketiah is working so hard, really, to get the team up the pitch. In that, he's having to go wide and run the channels. Sarr recognises that, gets himself into a centre-forward position, and
Kerkez burst through himself.
Almost worked perfectly there. Kerkez coming infield, involved in the build-up, drawing Munoz towards him, and therefore leaving Gamoa 1v1 up against Cambo. Just can't quite get released there, but certainly something they're looking to utilise.
That's driven in towards Munoz and snapped up by Sarr. And just like that, in 2 quick passes, Crystal Palace have the lead. Ismaila Sarr does it against Liverpool once again. And as soon as they up the tempo...
A goal for Crystal Palace from a considerable distance. Lack of intensity from Liverpool, really. Nobody coming toward the ball. Fortunate ricochet off Gomez. Really forceful run, you've got to say, for Munoz in off the right-hand side, trying to get into a scoring position, trying to hurt Liverpool. Gomez has got to do better there, I think. He can sort his feet out, he can clear his lines, and he just sets it up, tees it up, really, for Sarr. And he's not going to turn down that type of opportunity. The form that he's been in since the start of the season, on his swinger, but finds enough contact and direction to give Palace the lead.
Haven't seen enough of him, really, in the last 15 minutes or so. Moved on quickly again. Pino, clever reverse ball. Sarr is all the way through. It's another brilliant finish. Super reverse ball from Pino. Sucked the defenders in, popped it the other way, and suddenly Liverpool are in real trouble. A big 1-2 combination from Ismail Assar late in the first half.
Pino's yet to really catch fire at Crystal Palace, but there, it's his pass, which is a wonder. Fantastic stuff from him. Initially, beautiful stuff from Kamada once more. It's just ripped through the heart of Liverpool. Swift, incisive passing. That touch is excellent to open up the target, and then he just steers it to the left as we look. It's a lovely little finish, just elevates it left-hand side. We had a little bit more joy there, and it's just ruffled somewhat momentarily.
It never rains, but it pours. Arne Slot heads down the tunnel.
Change, I would have anticipated that. Taking me a little bit by surprise. You would have thought Mateta would have been only used in a desperate kind of situation this evening, such has been his form.
Mateta helped it back to Hughes, and that means he can spin away, and Sarr can spin away. And there was the ball looking for Sarr's dart.
And I think the better opportunity was earlier on in that move there. Had Mateta just got turned, he could have played it for Sarr, whose intention was to get in on goal straight away. Once he took his touch back towards his own goal, the intensity had gone out of the move. And this is going to be a problem, because Liverpool are going to have to overcommit at times, and it's exactly where Palace want you.
There is the little touch off from Yeremy Pino, and Sarr trying to measure one. Morrison trying to force it through. Tied it up by Gay, and then Kamada. There's a lovely searching bunt for Mateta, who held off Robertson. And Mateta didn't realise that Sarr was... Ramsey's well forward from full-back. Oh, that's a loose one. And here's Mateta, and the surge is on here, and that is a risky one. A risky one by Amar Ranallo, and referee Craig Pawson goes for his pocket, and it is a red card.
Measured ball from Mateta. He executes it beautifully, and I think there's a tug actually around him, because he'll be so despondent after that.
Pino steps over it. There's one for Woodman to claim quite easily.
Minutes when they were, I think, just a little bit unpredictable, and Crystal Palace were probably acclimatising to exactly how they'd set up. They started with a spring in their step. They created one or two opportunities. A goal probably had to go in there to make it a challenging night for Palace.
Pino on his right. Yeremy Pino into the corner. It's 3 for Palace with 3 minutes to go, and that has wrapped it right up. Another really useful
for Crystal Palace. The ball turns over once more, and the space just opens up, given down to 10. Late stages of the game, shifts it away from Lucky and finds the angle, finds the purchase to take it wide of the goalkeeper. Fingertips from Woodman, but it's a very assured finish from a player who I think's had a really good evening.
Almost for Woodman, not quite. Into the corner it goes.
Yeah, far too much elevation on that, no problem at all.
It is Crystal Palace's night. Liverpool's young side beaten by Oliver Glasner's strong 11. Even the bench provided no solace for Liverpool.